Cruise Crew, this is your boy Jay Cruz, aka as Audio Cat Man. We're here with another video for y'all, and this video is going to be on what was causing the problems on my Audio Cat. So you know we've been suffering for a long time trying to figure out and pinpoint exactly what the problem was with the kitty cat, and we definitely found it. So in the process of working in the car, we were checking out the diffs, we were checking out everything that we had in the car, no luck. So we decided to do something here. This is my original cradle for my car. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all here what's going on. So at one point in time, on this car, I ripped, you can see this is a solid piece of metal they actually fabricated and put into the car. I ripped this apart. So they had to make this new piece of steel and weld it on, and they did it here in the shop. But the problem we're having with this car was not even on this point here. It kept on ripping the bolts out of here, as you can see. The problem was this right here. These are my lower control arms in the back of my car. So if you look at this very closely, you look inside, when the car was mounted together on the car, you would not see this. Like you can see, I don't know if you get close to this and see this here, but you can see that this has a lot of play. And it actually moves up and back. So I can move this forward and back, and it's moving. So what that was doing is that whenever pressure was applied to the vehicle, it was making the car shake from the back, which is your wheel hop. And then it kept on causing driveland, shocking, and braking everything in the car. We ended up finding out the problem. We put a new cradle in the car. We put the new lower control arms. We also installed the new transmission to the car that came in, and I can only tell you that the car is running fabulous. We're going to be playing around with the car more, but it's been a long journey in the process. And like I always say in the videos, man, I don't blame the car for the issue that the car has had. I took the car to a whole other level, and we kept on playing with on the manual. It's a lot harder, it's a lot different than an automatic. So an automatic, when you get on the light and you're holding the gas and the brake, you're already putting tension along the drive line of the car. So as soon as you let go, you just roll into it and you're out. On the manual, you're playing with the clutch, so the whole drive line is completely free. As soon as you start to, you can't just hold the clutch out because the fact of that you're rolling into the line. So when you let go of the clutch, it produces a whole shock down the whole thing, and was causing all the problem. And that shock, along with everything else, was causing the problem that we're dealing with this car. So right now, we have found the problem with this car, and we are going to figure out, so far we're driving the car, so far everything's good. We're gonna go to the track and get some hits on it, see how the car performs and how the car behaves, and hopefully this takes care of the Audio Cat problem. Stay tuned. So we got Matt over here from Jackfabperformance, and he's actually one of the guys that worked on the vehicle, and they were noticing the last thing that we're trying to truthfully just troubleshoot and find the problem with the car. So we decided to try out to change out the whole, what they call it, the rear cradle. We switched out the rear cradle, and in the process of that, we found some issues. So tell everybody in the camera what was going on.
Down here, we you can see down here in the boot of it, it's all broke off right there, like right down in there.
Like, let me see, show them really good. Yeah, you see how the boot is broken right there? Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see that tear, but I can tear there, and the other one was even worse. Look at this one here, guys. Look at this. So that one was causing that it'll let this vibrate and shake out. That was the worst one of all of them.
Really bad.
That for that, you think that was a culprit for the wheel height?
Yeah, here's the worst side.
That's the worst side of it. And then we were figuring out. So far, I've been driving the car. The car feels phenomenal. I haven't had no issue with the car. I've done different kind of hits, different kind of pulls, and I've had no problem so far. We're about to take it to the track and do some track hits, but so far everything's looking well with the Audio Cat. So we'll see what we can do. But this is kind of a big pain in the ass, because we kept on trying to figure out what was causing the issue. You know what I'm saying? So what is the normal cause of wheel height?
Typically it comes down to you either have a sway bar issue or what is it?
Shaking from the cradle. So when you do a cradle lockout, what does the cradle lockout do? Explain to everybody what that is. Just an example.
So up here you have a piece that goes in that's straight metal. So like this is all rubber, going into that metal piece, and then it makes it where it has no give in it.
But it stops the whole thing from twisting.
Yes, exactly. Same thing on the differential. You have all metal here, and there's metal shims that go right here, and now it makes this where it can't go side to side, up or down.
It just stops all the movement of the back of the car. So now the advantages is that. Disadvantage is now my car has a lot of noise in the back. And that's something that you kind of expect when you do lockouts, because you're taking away the rubber bushing from the car that allows it to have that basically that dampening material. So now it sounds a lot more rough, but in reality, I'd rather deal with the noise than to deal with transmissions and rear ends. like we've done on this car for the past couple months. And I believe that we really found the problem. I really do believe we found the problem. I think that this is what the issue was. And you know, say for all the manuals out there, he was actually studying. Manuals suffer the most when it comes to wheel hop. Yeah. So the camera is because when you get on a line or whenever you take off and you're automatic, you actually got gas and brakes, so you put in tension along the drive line, everything's already locked in. On the manual, it's loose, and when you hit it, it all just immediately clicks. And with that click hitting it, that whole shocking thing is what caused these issues with this car. So I believe we got to narrow it down. I've been driving the car for 4 or 5 days now. It feels fabulous. I mean, the new transmission is shorter gears, so it definitely feels a lot more aggressive. I did lose a lot of the top end from what I've heard, but I'm not going to go 207 miles an hour anyway, so I'm not worried about that. But as far as like the car moving off the line and being more aggressive, the car's definitely more aggressive than what it was before. So, you know, we're about to give the first real hit to the car. We're going to be going out there and giving it everything she got to see what we can get to her, man. So in reality, stay tuned if we get the audio cat back to you. Crew, so on continuation, we get to ride the twin turbo Hellcat that they built, but it's in the process of tuning, so she's not finally done. She's doing all the data logging. You can see Matt back there with the computer. He's Jack driving it here. They're actually doing the data logging to get everything situated, but this is going to be a badass car. You know what I'm saying? Because they're in the process of building it. It's an automatic twin turbo Charger Hellcat, and it is gonna be pretty scary, what I'm pretty sure of. I don't really trust the driver, but I trust that guy there. Driver mind's pretty good on this car, so we'll stay tuned. Let's go for this ride on this twin turbo kitty cat, man. Crazy, that felt pretty strong, y'all. Stay tuned. So going for another hit. So they got the first hit done, y'all, but they're data logging. That's all they're doing right now. So. I love the feeling of the turbo, I'll tell you that.
I have to do something about it because I can't get any type of good landing force on
it. Boys, badass. Twin turbo, yeah. I like the feeling.
They're fun because you don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie.
No timing put in it.
Oh my god, I love the feeling of the twin turbo. All right, guys, we got to talk about this twin turbo, bro. I understand Fame's love on his twin turbo. That sound and that feeling is freaking amazing, man.
Yeah.
Like I love it.
And it killed itself.
I love it, y'all. So stay tuned, man. We're about to load up and get ready to go out, man. But I just want to bring out this video. It's a great opportunity we had to drive into this car as they're getting ready to fine tune it. It's not done yet, but I think we get to see what the tuning process is. So he's back at the computer looking at data, and he's over here playing with all our to get everything. A little bit of what's going on in here. You look at this bad boy. That's the intake. You can see it goes down here. There's your boot. This is the wastegate, right?
Yes, that's
Waste-
the blow-off valve.
the blow-off valve.
Wastegate's underneath.
And the turbos are completely different. If you look at this car on the top, besides that, if he put a cover here, you don't even know if this car is actually turbocharged. You got the blood on it. It could drop a lot of blood on the people that he races. It's gonna be a fun build, man. It's also got a NOS kit, y'all. So when this car really gets going, it could be amazing, man. I can only tell you that it could be amazing.